Thank you. Thank you so very much for providing me the opportunity to speak about coronavirus, a big threat for humanity in today's era. If I start it from a little bit back, in December 2019, numerously unexplained pneumonia cases occurred in Wuhan, China. This outbreak was confirmed to be caused by a virus that belongs to the same family of viruses responsible for severe and acute respiratory syndrome SARS and Middle East Respiratory Syndrome MERS. Coronavirus is a large family of viruses that can infect birds and mammals including humans. Since coronaviruses are zoonotic, means they are transmitted between animals. For example, scientists found SARS-CoV was transmitted from cats to humans. In the same way, MERS-CoV was spread from camels to humans. According to WHO, some coronaviruses have caused devastating epidemic. Others cause mild to moderate respiratory infections like the common cold. The current coronavirus has never been encountered before. The disease caused by novel coronavirus has an official name nCovid-19 or nCovid-19. For novel, it's a French word means new. The International Committee on Taxonomy of Viruses, which is responsible for naming the pathogens, designated the virus itself SARS-CoV-2. The group said that this term highlights the new virus's similarity to SARS-CoV. That coronavirus was identified in 2003. The severe acute respiratory syndrome, abbreviated as SARS-CoV, causes the severe acute respiratory syndrome. The novel coronavirus has now killed more than 2,400 people. It has infected more than 76,000 people with over 1,000 cases outside mainland China. Some cases have been reported outside China also. The novel coronavirus COVID-19 is affecting 33 countries and territories around the world and one international conveyance cruise ship, the Diamond Princess, harbored in Yokohama, Japan. We see a big number of infected cases because of COVID-19, but virologists believe that the new coronavirus spreads faster than SARS-CoV, but it is less deadly. This statement is confirmed by looking at the data. A few death cases have been reported in South Korea, Japan, Australia, and Hong Kong. Symptoms. Those who have fallen ill are reported to suffer fever, cough, and shortness of breath. Number 1, the virus can cause pneumonia. Number 2, in severe cases, there can be organ failures. As this is a viral infection, remember antibiotics are of no use. Whatever antiviral drugs we have against the flu will not work over here. Prevention from the COVID-19. Recovery depends on the strength of the immune system. Many of those who have died were already in poor health. World Health Organization has recommended some preventive measures. Number 1, wash your hands frequently with soap and water or use an alcohol-based hand rub if your hands are not visibly dirty. Why? Washing your hands with soap and water or using alcohol-based hand rub eliminates the virus if it is on your hands. Practice respiratory hygiene. When coughing and sneezing, cover mouth and nose with flexed elbow or tissue. Discard tissue immediately into a clothespin and clear your hands with alcohol-based hand rub or soap and water. Why? Covering your mouth and nose when coughing and sneezing prevent the spread of germs and viruses. If you sneeze or cough into your hands, you may contaminate objects or people that you touch. Maintain at least 1 meter or 3 feet distance between yourself and other people, particularly those who are coughing, sneezing, and have a fever. Why? When someone who is infected with respiratory disease like NCOV-19 coughs or sneezes, they project small droplets containing the virus. If you are too close, you can breathe in the virus. A crucial difference is that, unlike flu, there is no vaccine for the new coronavirus, which means it is more difficult for vulnerable members of the population, elderly people, or those with existing respiratory or immune problem. More than 1400 years ago, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, taught his followers hygiene practices that are still applicable in the 21st century. For Allah's sake, I must recommend here 100% complete treatment of coronavirus according to Quran. Surah Baqrah, second Surah of Quran, and its ayah number 117. Badi'us samawati wal ardi wa iza kaza amran fa innama yaqulu lahu kun fayakun. Originator of the heaven and the earth. When he decrees a matter, he only says to it, be, and it is. Recite ayah number 117 of Surah Baqrah 331 times after every prayer. I repeat it, 331 times after every prayer. Inshallah, speedy recovery will be on your way. Thank you very much for listening to this public awareness message.